G'day guys, welcome back. Now I know I said I was only going to do this one red and black and gold, but I wasn't that happy with the rings. I thought they were a little bit close together. I'll show you. My rings are quite narrow. I would have preferred them to be sort of thicker, wider rings. So I'm going with a thicker mix with the same colours just to see what the difference is. And then if I'm happy with that, then I'll start my series in different colours. Okay, dokes. And the other thing too, I had quite a lot of black in the middle, like quite a big black centre. So the colour you put in first is going to be the colour that comes out last. And that's going to be your centre. So this time I'm putting less black in. I don't know if you can see that, the consistency, it makes a mound. So I've gone thicker this time, same pouring medium, my 3-2-1. And I've gone 1-to-1. Instead of the last one there was 2 parts pouring medium, 1 part paint, this is 1-to-1. I'll show you on the red, it might be easier to see. See how it's making a mound? The red is quite thick actually, it's a bit thicker than the other colours. Red tends to be a thicker colour. I'm just going to pop a little bit of medium in it just to thin it down just a touch, because I would like them all to be the same consistency. Give that a bit of a stir. I just added a few drops of water in there. I'm making a mess. Wipe that up. Stir it over here away from the card. That's I think that one's a 550 gram card, boxboard. I just buy it on eBay. It's still a little bit thick. As it was sitting there, it was thickening up. I don't want it to be too thick. I want it to be all the same consistency as my other paints, so everything flows nicely. It's funny, some colours are just notoriously thick and others are really thin. Like magenta I found is really thin. The red and the cool blue are really thick. Always have to thin them down just a touch. Okay, so you can still see how it's leaving a little mound on top, quite a big mound. So that's what I'm after. I'm hoping that this paint is going to be thicker and give me thicker, wider rings. So again, black in the bottom, and I'm not going to put as much in. I've got quite a lot of paint here. I've mixed up 80 grams of pouring medium and 80 grams of paint, so I think it's going to be probably too much for this little card. But we'll see. See what happens. And the gold I've made a little bit, I had to put more gold in. Instead of the 1-to-1, I ended up putting 1 and then a touch more. I'll put the white in. I didn't really want the white on the gold, but it's got to go somewhere, doesn't it? And the white and the black's going to give me grey, but that's okay. It's got to go in there somewhere. And then I want black with gold, so I'm going to pop the black in next. And then some more red. And some more gold. The gold and the red, because the gold sort of acts as a bit of a yellow, the gold and the red tend to give me a bit of an orange look. Okay, I think that'll be it. I'm not going to use all the paint. Just a little touch of black there. I've kept a little bit of black in case I need to do some for my corners. So I've got the cool red, got black and white, and then metallic gold. So that's my colours. Okay, and this is my card. It's a 12 by 16 inch or 30 by 40. Right, I'm just going to start in the middle and do circles. Actually, if I go a little bit closer, I'll get more of those little finger type effects rather than a ring. I find if I go from too high up, paint's too thin and I get more of a drizzle. So I'm going pretty close. See, it's just sort of folding in circles. So that's what I'm after. I was a bit higher before when I started. So that's what I'm after, more of a fold on top of a fold. Circular folds. I'll come around a little bit and you might be able to see it better if I turn it this way. Can you see how it's coming out in folds? Hopefully this will be what I'm after, slightly thicker rings. Not sure, give it a go. It's just paint. And it's just a card. If it doesn't work, I haven't wasted a whole canvas and too much paint. This size for a ring pour needs about 500 grams of mixed paint. I did mix up a little bit more, as I said I would 80 and 80 in each cup, but I haven't used it all. Wow, it's really thick, isn't it? It's just sitting there. Hopefully it'll look pretty once I start stretching it out. And I didn't have too much black in the middle, so I didn't leave too much in the bottom of the jug, so hopefully I won't have a huge black center and catch that so it doesn't drip all the way through. Give it a bit of a torch. It hasn't spread too far, has it? So you can tell it's thicker than the last one. Pop my bubbles. You can see where the gold was. I think I put gold in 3 times. So there's one there, one there, one there. You can see where the gold was. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is, I might as well go this way first. Well, I really wanted to keep that, but either way it's going to get tilted. I'll go off this way first. Go straight down. Can't see much of the red. The red and the gold together is kind of making a bit of a copper, really. Alright, I'll stop there. I'm going to put a little bit of black on my corners, just in case I can't get to those corners. And I do like my black corners. I think it matches nicely with the black center. Nice and thick and creamy, this paint. All right, let's see what it's going to do. Now I'm going to come this way. So that way first, then this way, and then I'll do the sides. See how that works. Okay, back to the middle. It's definitely got more gold on this side than it has on that side, hasn't it? So I'll have to go this corner first a little bit. So down towards you and to the corner. And back. And then to that corner. Now you don't have to center your black middle section if you don't want to. I mean, you can tip that whole thing off if you wanted to and just have all this. Totally up to you how you want your design to be. I'm just going to see what it looks like with keeping the black center. But there's no right or wrong. You don't have to keep it. You can just have all these lines all the way down and get rid of your circle in the middle if you want to. So as you can see, it's moving really quite slowly. I don't want to lose too much of that black on the side there, so I'd rather tilt some of this bottom bit off. It's not as bright and attractive. Back to the middle. So see what I mean about not centering? Like you can center it there if you want, and then just have all this up here. You don't have to bring your middle back to the center of the card if you don't want to. You know, if you think these are colors are more what you're after, more bright, then you can do that. Right, let's move this to the last little corner. I think the rings are better. They're better defined with the thicker mix. Can you see a difference? When I'm done, I'll show you the other one again. Gee, only just enough paint, hey? And I thought I was going to have too much. But it is thicker, so I will need more. But as I'm stretching it, I'm able to open these up more. So they are looking more defined. They're wider. In the thinner mix, they're not as wide. So far, really liking it. Haven't got a lot of red in it. Okay, back to that corner. Wow, when it's in the light like that, it's really shining. I've got a light there coming through the window, so really pretty. And I'll turn it around so that I can tilt it towards you. I think I'm liking this much better actually, this thicker mix. Can you see the difference at all? Okay. Now you have to sort of stop and think, what do I want to tilt off? Do I want to tilt any more off? Do I want to keep these corners all matching, or do I want to tilt all that off? I think I will leave them matching. I think it's pretty. I will just take off a little bit more of that. I think I've got a little bit too much paint. So I'll just have it coming off to about here so it's matching. Not that it has to be matchy-matchy, but I think it will look more aesthetically pleasing that way. Or you could just tilt these corners off and stretch it out more. Decisions, decisions. Let's see what it looks like if I go for that corner a little bit more and get rid of it. Who's yelling? No, don't. Stop. I just want to, it's basically just to see what can happen when I stretch all this out. I won't lose it all. Come back again towards you. Really liking how this is stretching out. Wish you could see that in the light. Can you see that shining? Gorgeous. I think that's better actually. I've just left a little bit on the corners there. I think that's prettier. So yeah, I'm glad I did that. And I think to balance it, I just need to take that little bit off there. Just a tiny bit. I haven't got very much paint to move around. Might leave it. See, I've got this pretty much on a 45-degree angle now, and it's moving really slowly, so I haven't got much paint left. There we go. I'm going to leave it like that. Happy with that? Happy with that one. Okay. Now, torch again. I don't really like to torch again because it brings up some more little light dots from the floetrol, but I do want to pop my bubbles. Okay, what do you think of that? I think that's better, hey? Yes. Let's have a look at the other one. So I've got more red and gold here, and here it's sort of gone more copper. I'll show the other one. do you think? Do you have a preference? Does it look different having the thicker mix? I think the rings are more defined. The colour's brighter because the colours have been thicker, so they haven't mixed as much. I think the red looks brighter. The gold is certainly brighter. I don't think I should have put the white next to the gold there though. I think I should have done black with the gold. Black, red, black, gold, black again, not put my white next to the gold. Okay, so there's those two. Let me know if you like the thicker mix or the thinner mix, and then I'll start my series in different colours in whichever one you think works better. Now I'm just going to clean up the bottom of the card. Like so. Go around and do this side here. Okay. I do think it's a better effect, but as I said, let me know what you guys think, and then I'll start my series. And I think having less black in the bottom of the jug was a good move. All right, there she is. Going a little bit more. Now, are you going to focus, camera? Okay. Alrighty, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.